Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to be with you here today to introduce the Reproductive Rights Caucus's agenda. This caucus was formed just a few years ago to defend the reproductive health care that for decades has been protected and advanced in a high-quality, legal, and safe fashion here in the state of Connecticut, and to defend that health care against attacks we have seen coming from across the country. Attacks from other states seeking to criminalize and burden our providers, our residents, and others who come here for care. A federal administration and a Republican Congress that has directly targeted Planned Parenthood, the most important backbone of reproductive health care here in this state and across the country, seeking to deprive it of Medicaid funding and other funding. A Trump administration that has refused to enforce key protections for emergency health care for people, especially women, who are suffering pregnancy complications through EMTALA. They have put forward anti-scientific attacks on safe, well-established medications used for medication abortion, among other conditions, seeking to overturn decisions that have been universally supported by the science on a drug that has a better safety record than Tylenol. They have sought to criminalize our providers and residents and people who come here for care. And it's important to note that this has had real impacts on people's health care across the country, but here in the state of Connecticut as well. So we will be pursuing an agenda this session to ensure that every person in Connecticut can access affordably, legally, reliably, the full spectrum of reproductive health care that they need and deserve in this state. We will be strengthening our first-in-the-nation reproductive rights shield law, the Reproductive Freedom Defense Act, to enhance it with the latest protections, including protections for our providers that do reproductive health care through telehealth. We will be pushing for full financial and fiscal protections for Planned Parenthood and other reproductive health care providers here in Connecticut against federal attacks. We will be pushing to ensure that reproductive health care patients have their data and their privacy and their health care records fully protected, and that they do not become victims in a political attack based on our federal or other states' politicians. We will be pushing to strengthen our state EMTALA law to ensure that emergency patients of all kinds, including those who need abortion care, can receive the care that they deserve and need. And we will be pushing for a number of other protections to ensure that, again, the full spectrum of reproductive health care, including fertility coverage, is readily and affordably accessible to patients and individuals across our state, regardless of whether they want to start a family, expand their family, advance their family as it is, or not have a family at all. Regardless of whether they live in Bridgeport or Basra, they deserve access to this care on a safe, affordable, high-quality legal basis. And that is what this 60-plus strong caucus will be fighting for this session. Thank you.